Hello, everyone. My name is Jake Rudolph, and I'm the president of CAMA for this past year. I'm speaking to you from the traditional territory of the Sinixt First Nation here in Vancouver Island. The purpose of my presentation today is to give a fairly in-depth overview of the year's events and accomplishments from your board of directors. As you are aware, our 2021 annual conference, which was scheduled to take place late May and early June in Mont-Tremblant, was canceled. However, we will be hosting our annual general meeting on June 1st, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. I invite you to all attend that. Prior to the virtual meeting, I would like to take several moments here to share this year's accomplishments with you, the highlights of the annual report of what is in store leading into the next year. The full report will also be provided to you electronically and on our website. Well, this year has been a difficult one for our communities and our profession. Never have we been so challenged like we have been in 2020 and 2021. Just like our communities have had to change and adapt, so has our professional association. CAMA has remained active and relevant to our members, and your board of directors and staff have been committed to providing meaningful virtual professional development opportunities while remaining financially stable. In this, our 50th year of existence, I wish to extend my many thanks to the membership for your continued support and encouragement as we maneuver the many facets of the pandemic. Although we have delayed our strategic planning process, this time will provide us with an opportunity to determine what you and your municipalities need after this global pandemic. The current strategic plan expired in March of this year, and the annual work plan for CAMA is now scheduled to expire in spring of 2022. So the board will need to focus on next steps going forward, and we'll be devoting some energy to that in the fall of this year. Looking back over the past year, your board has continued to focus on the many goals and objectives of the current strategic plan, and we are excited to launch the CAO Employment Contract Toolkit and the Council Orientation Toolkit in the fall of 2020. We also pivoted to the virtual webinar environment like everyone else. We are continually reviewing the life cycle of the CAO and are committed to assisting both the next generation of managers and those with deep experience with the development of new tools and programs to address your everyday challenges. A new toolkit that is currently in progress is a human resources toolkit for CAOs. Another significant accomplishment is the compilation, development, and the inventory of our association's policies and procedures. Many thanks to our executive director, Jennifer Goodine, for taking on this project. I will now go into more details about our year in my presentation. First, I'd like to acknowledge our current board of directors and that board that served as part of our team this year. It has been a pleasure working with each and every one of these professionals. And since they're not here with us today to share in this presentation, I'm going to acknowledge them each individually. First, Jack Bezinquin, First Vice President, Representative for Quebec, CAO for the City of Dollard-des-Ormeaux, Quebec. Corey Belmore, Second Vice President, Representative for Yukon, Northwest Territories, and Nunavut, CAO for the City of Dawson, Yukon. Beverly Hendry, Treasurer, Member-at-Large for municipalities with a population under 100,000, CAO for the Township of West Lincoln, Ontario. Jeff Renault, Past President, CAO for the Town of St. Stephen, New Brunswick. Don Chaplin, Representative for Newfoundland and Labrador, CAO Clerk, Town of Torbay, Newfoundland. Tony Kabiski, Representative for Alberta, CAO for the Town of Devon, Alberta. Mike Dalter, Representative for Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island, CAO for the Town of Truro, Nova Scotia. Mark Melanson, Representative for New Brunswick, CAO for the City of Dieppe, New Brunswick. Gary Kent, Member-at-Large for municipalities with a population over 100,000, Commissioner of Corporate Services and CFO, Region of Peel, Ontario. And finally, Jamie Paik, Representative for Manitoba and Saskatchewan, CAO, City of Langham, Saskatchewan. Thank you all. Just a couple of comments about our national office. We continue to be very grateful to the City of Fredericton and Fredericton's City Council for hosting the CAMA National Office at their City Hall since 2005. CAMA and the City of Fredericton recently renewed their operating agreement for another 5-year term with an option for an additional 5 years. The agreement sees the City of Fredericton providing IT support for CAMA. The City of Fredericton has a new CAO, Stephen Hart, who has been an active CAMA member over the past few years and the current president of the Association of Municipal Administrators of New Brunswick. Congratulations as well to retiring CAO and honorary life member Chris McPherson for his remarkable 45-year career with Fredericton, and of course, his never-ending support to our association. Also, congratulations to our executive director, Jennifer Goodine, who decided it was time to go from 2 full-time jobs to just 1 full-time job. After over 26 years of service, Jennifer recently resigned from her position as Chief Administrator for the Mayor and CAO for the City of Fredericton so that she can focus on her time at CAMA. Just brief comment on our membership. These graphs depict our total membership composition. The membership of our association continues to remain solid, with CAMA currently having approximately 620 members from across the country, 60% of which are from communities with a population under 20,000. Just a few more comments with respect to our strategic plan. As I mentioned earlier, this year marks the last year of our strategic plan. You can find our report card, which outlines a snapshot of all the projects we have completed during the strategic plan in the annual report. The planning process for the new strategic plan for 2022 and beyond, that was to be set to take place last fall, has been postponed for another year due to COVID-19. This will allow us time to determine the needs of our profession after things start to return to normal. A special thanks to Rose Fernandez, our Manager of Partnerships and Exhibitors, who completed an inventory analysis of all our assets with Brent Barutz, President and CEO of Partnership Group Sponsorship Specialists. This will provide us with a complete list of our assets to guide us through the next 5 years in appropriately valuing the CAMA brand. With respect to our work plan, the board did hold a strategy session in July of 2020 to discuss our work plan for the next 18 months, and we plan to focus on the following initiatives: outreach to municipalities to join CAMA, increase the outreach to elected officials so they will see the value when their senior managers would like to join CAMA and or attend the conference. The 2022 annual conference will continue to be a priority for professional development if it is safe, since both of our recent 2 conferences have had to be postponed. Free webinars will be offered as part of the 50th anniversary professional development series, launch of the CAO Human Resources Toolkit in the fall of 2021. And we are also excited to be celebrating our 50th anniversary that our staff have worked very hard on, and we'll be rolling that out over the coming months. And we will continue to work with our provincial and territorial partners, international affiliates, and FCM. Well, as mentioned earlier, 2021 marks the golden year of our association. In lieu of a gift to each member to mark the special anniversary, CAMA donated $5,000 to the Canadian Mental Health Association, which has been our designated charity since 2013. This donation was announced in January of this year during a webinar hosted by CAMA, featuring a guest speaker, Fredericton's Police Chief Roger Brown, who spoke about mental health and addictions in the workplace and PTSD. Over the next year, we will be revisiting each of CAMA's 5 decades of service and speaking to the people who helped build the organization over the past 50 years. From that very first meeting in a boardroom at an FCM conference in Western Canada to today's thriving network of over 600 strong, our accomplishments are many and varied. A special thanks to Jennifer Goodine and consultant Alicia Bartlett for leading this project along with some of our honorary members, Paul Stapleton, Bob Linner, Cecil Vincent, Duncan Campbell, and Doug Legore for their help in documenting some of the CAMA's early history. Well, with respect to our conferences, as you know, due to the unprecedented situation with COVID-19, CAMA's 49th and 50th annual CAMA conferences scheduled to take place at the Deerhurst Resort last year and this year in Mont-Tremblant have been canceled. The Federation of Canadian Municipalities also canceled their in-person conferences. We are mindful that the annual conference is a key benefit for CAMA members, and we're saddened to reschedule such a valuable professional development and networking opportunity for our profession. Rescheduling our conferences to later last year or this year was not an option. However, CAMA has financial commitments and contractual obligations to these conference locations, and therefore these events were rescheduled to 2023 at the Deerhurst Resort and 2025 at Mont-Tremblant. We do hope to meet again in Regina next year, assuming that it is safe. Several CAMA Connects sessions were held on the pandemic over the past year to provide an opportunity for members to share best practices. Just going to highlight a few things. On our professional development series. As part of our ongoing commitment to our members and in celebration of our 50th anniversary, we introduced the CAMA Professional Development Series for 2021. This new program is comprised of various webinars that are coordinated for the CAO city managers, senior managers, and your employees. Along with our own webinar series, CAMA partner companies are also providing educational and informative learning sessions that showcase innovative services and products relevant to our municipal management. This is also free of charge to all CAMA members and your employees. And updates and scheduling of these are available on our website. A special thanks to the following webinar partners: Microsoft, Flashvote, RSM, Data Visual, Vortex, PSD, Calix, 11X, Strategy Corp, and CSA Group. Webinars have already been held on mental health and addictions in the workplace, how to adapt to virtual meetings, responding to complex social issues, community engagement, economic recovery from the COVID-19, tips to help transition from being a manager to a deputy city manager to a CAO, optimizing your technology in the council chambers, and asset management. The recordings and presentations to some of these sessions are available in our library. With respect to our networking and partnerships, CAMA is very proud of its relationships with our affiliate partners and other organizations. I firstly want to thank Tim Anderson, the CAO with the City of Waterloo, who completed his last year as ICMA's Canadian International Vice President. Tim has been replaced by Chris McPherson, former CAO for Fredericton, who was elected to this ICMA board in September of 2020 for a 3-year term. The 2020 ICMA conference, scheduled to take place in Toronto last fall, was held virtually. However, ICMA has indicated it does plan to return to Canada and Toronto specifically later in the decade. The ICMA membership currently has approximately 12,000 members, representing 50 US states and 33 countries. Canada is the largest affiliate with 211 members. CAMA members have a special rate of only $135 US to join. Even if you are not able to attend the conference that they put on, the information and resources available on their website is very valuable for all of our CAMA members, for municipalities of all sizes. If you would like to join ICMA or need additional details, please feel free to contact us. I'd like to briefly just mention also that our relationships exist and continue with the national administrator organizations in New Zealand, Australia, and the UK. And we do share resources. We do have visitations from members on both sides of the pond, and we do exchange best practices. And again, some of this information is available on our website. I also mentioned earlier about ICMA. Well, during the ICMA conference, the presidents and executive directors from all these associations come together in a meeting that is hosted by CAMA to discuss topics of mutual interest in our respective countries. We hope to get back to this tradition in 2022. CAMA was pleased to be a partner in the TLG Govapalooza event, which was hosted by the Alliance for Innovation from March 1st to 5th, 2021. This was a massive festival with many organizations participating, and this was an exciting thing for us to be a participant in. Over to FCM. Firstly, I want to congratulate Carol Saab, who's FCM's new Chief Executive Officer. Over the years, CAMA has had a positive working relationship with FCM and has been pleased to assist them with program and policy development on several national issues. FCM's role is to be the national convener and voice of local governments, leading the development of a common municipal agenda, and also to be the nationally and internationally respected hub for sharing knowledge and best practices in local government. CAMA will continue to work with FCM in assisting them in these areas of work where possible. This year, our members provided FCM with some information to help them determine the major priorities of communities during COVID-19, especially in the early days. 3 other partnerships of note. Firstly, the Provincial Territorial Associations. Jennifer Godine, our Executive Director, continues to chair quarterly conference calls with the Executive Directors of all the Provincial and Territorial Associations. This is a great opportunity to get feedback from across Canada on mutual issues. MuniServe. Don't forget about CAMA's partnership with MuniServe, which is free for municipalities to use at muniserve.ca. This is Canada's leading online solution for helping municipalities search, find, and connect with the right municipal experts and services, saving you and your staff time and money. Box of Docs. CAMA's partnership with the Box of Docs will benefit you and your staff, providing a discounted rate on monthly and annual memberships for this service. The partnership gives CAMA members access to the next generation of municipal documentation tools from municipalities across Canada, all in one place. Quickly on external relations, myself and other members of our board participated in a variety of conferences and activities this year, and I'm not going to go through them all, but again, this is something that we do not only to enhance the value of the organizations that were participating in their events, but also to showcase many of the great things that our own association is doing. On the subject of member engagement and support, under the leadership of Jamie Pake, CAMA launched a membership campaign in the fall of 2020 in Manitoba and Saskatchewan, which focused on all of our toolkits. The Communications Committee, chaired by Brenda Orchard, with board members Mike Dolter, Corey Belmore, Bev Hendry, and Tony Gabiski, continues to work on different marketing tactics to promote our association. And this year, it's in those provinces not holding municipal elections: BC, Ontario, Nova Scotia, PEI, and Nunavut. One of our goals is to continue to increase the outreach to the elected officials so that they will see the value in their senior managers who would like to join CAMA or attend our conference. When the FCM conference meets in person again, we hope to continue to have a booth at their trade show. CAMA has had continued success on social media platforms, and more members are using LinkedIn and using it to stay connected with CAMA and with our colleagues across the country. We thank you for giving back to the profession and promoting CAMA to your colleagues and team members. New members can join for 50% off in the first year. Now more than ever, it is important to develop a network to help get through everything together. If you have any questions that you think your colleagues can assist with, please don't be shy in using the Ask CAMA tool by sending us an email. I am now turning to our National Awards of Excellence. Chair Mark Melanson has led our 2021 Awards of Excellence program this year, and I am pleased to announce that there were 8 successful municipalities receiving awards. This year, we received 35 submissions, all of an excellent quality. A special thanks to the following jury members for their time and dedication in reviewing all the nominations: John Scoro-Bohats, retired member; Burry Clark, retired member; Rick Quayle, retired member; Chris McPherson, retired member; Kim Wingrove, CAO, Grey County, Ontario. The Awards of Excellence recipients were honored during a virtual ceremony on May 11th, and you can see the winners on the screen. A CAMA board representative will also attend the virtual council meeting to make the presentation to the respective mayors and councils, along with showing a video. Currently, all award submissions for the past decade can be found in a best practices database in the members section of our website. Members can do their own searches and look for items of interest to you. Now, it's particularly my honor to acknowledge a few members of our association. This year, there were 79 members that received their pins as part of our Long Service Recognition Awards program. Once again, all recipients received their pins by Canada Post in April of this year due to the cancellation of the annual conference. Of particular note were 3 40-year recipients that were honored at the May 11th Awards of Excellence and Leadership Recognition Ceremony. Chris Fulcher, CAO, Town of Headingley, Manitoba. Garth Mitchell, CAO, Rural Municipality of Wallace Woodworth, Manitoba. And Harry Riva Cameron, Municipal Manager, Municipal District of Foothills, number 31, Alberta. Now for a particularly important announcement. This is with respect to our Honorary Membership for Life category. Janice Baker, who has more than 3 decades of experience in municipal government and fiscal administration, as well as being a longtime member and past president of CAMA, was named an honorary life member of the association during the virtual Awards of Excellence ceremony held on May 11th, 2021. Janice is currently the CAO of the Region of Peel and was previously City Manager and CAO for the City of Mississauga, Ontario. She joined the City of Mississauga in May 1999 as Commissioner of Corporate Services and Treasurer, and served as Mississauga City Manager and CAO from 2005 to 2020. Prior to that, she was the Commissioner of Corporate Services and then Commissioner at Public Works for the City of Oshawa, Ontario, from 1995 to 1999, as well as the Director of Finance and City Treasurer for the City of St. John's, Newfoundland, from 1991 to 1994. Janice joined CAMA in 2005. She became a member of the CAMA Board of Directors in 2013 and served as the association's treasurer in 2014 and 15. In 2016, she served as first vice president, and 2017 was elected for a 1-year term as president. During her career, she has received numerous professional awards. These have included the 2019 Vanier Medal from the Institute of Public Administration of Canada, being a 3-time Women's Executive Network Top 100 winner in the Public Sector Leaders category. She was also inducted into the Women's Canada's Top 100 Most Powerful Women's Hall of Fame in 2010. Janice was also elected to the designation of Fellow from the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Ontario, ICAO, in 2011. That same year, she received the Excellence in Municipal Finance Award from the Municipal Finance Officers Association of Ontario. She has also found time to serve on various municipal and community boards. Under her leadership as CAMA's president, she helped launch several initiatives of value to municipal administrators, including a CAO Performance Evaluation Toolkit, the CAO Members in Transition Toolkit, and the Political Acumen Toolkit. She also contributed to a document entitled Cultivating Leadership, a guide for the next generation in local government. Janice helped with a Making Life Happen campaign to raise awareness of local government with a specific focus of encouraging younger Canadians to consider a career in municipal government. She was also the chair of the successful CAMA 2018 National Conference held in Fredericton, New Brunswick. Janice also becomes the first woman in the association's 50-year history to receive CAMA's Honorary Life Member Award. Congratulations, Janice. I would like just briefly to speak to the CAO Employment Contract Toolkit, which was launched in the fall of 2020. In a world in which employment relationships are becoming more and more contentious, municipal administrators should consider the importance of an employment contract. This toolkit will support the chief administrative position or senior administrator positions, which include existing CAOs with past experience in the role or potential future CAOs with no experience as a CAO. I had the pleasure of chairing this committee, and I want to give thanks to the members that served on that working group: Jeff Renaud, Don Chaplin, Mark Landry, Andy Brown, Phyllis Carlisle, and Dave Stewart, who worked with the consultant Transitional Solutions in gathering research, including case studies and best practices for members coast to coast. This resource is also located in our members section of our website. The Council Orientation Toolkit was also launched in the fall of 2020 and will provide you and your staff with some recommendations, best practices, and resources to ensure that your councils are trained properly after a municipal election. Some of the topics that are included are noted on the screen. While the agenda may vary across jurisdictions and municipalities, the overarching purpose and importance of an orientation session is to ensure elected officials understand their role in governance and municipal service delivery. By providing each new council with the information they require to get off to a good start and govern successfully, a CAO can build trust from the get-go, establish a strong CAO-council working relationship, and ensure council has confidence in the CAO's abilities. Well, what's next in terms of toolkits? As mentioned earlier, the CAO Human Resources Toolkit is now being prepared. In a survey that we sent out to the membership last fall, it was clear that the HR topic is one of the members that our Canva members feel that can assist them, especially those in the small to medium-sized municipalities that don't have in-house resources. Therefore, the CAMA Board of Directors struck a committee to explore the topic of human resources in municipal government. The goal of the committee and the work that it is doing is to prepare a human resources toolkit that will provide a high-level overview of HR management to support CAOs, direct reports, and managers working in local government. The primary audience of this toolkit is CAOs, with the secondary audience being the senior managers and HR managers for all size populations, with or without HR departments. This toolkit will be available to CAMA members and housed in the member section of the website. You will see some of the themes of the toolkit on the screen. The incoming president, Jack Bezuquin, is the chair of this committee, along with CAMA members, board members Brenda Orchard, Beverly Hendry, and Mark Melanson, as well as other members of the association, John Thomas, Gord Howie, Caroline Blair Smith, and Lori Kelly. With respect to association governance, even prior to the pandemic, the CAMA board had committed to a one-year pilot to reduce the number of board meetings from 4 to 3 in an effort to reduce costs. However, that changed with the pandemic, and the board meetings actually increased significantly over the past year, and they were all held virtually. The board will meet again once again in person as soon as it is safe to do that. Financial stability. Even though we carried some sunk costs this fiscal year due to the cancellation of the 2020 conference, we still continue to be at a surplus position for the year and continue to be in a healthy financial position overall. A detailed review of the association's finances will be presented in our virtual annual general meeting by Treasurer Bev Hendry. Election process. One position opened up on the board for the 2021-2022 year, and we congratulate Vince Lalonde, City Manager with the City of Surrey, BC, who was acclaimed as the representative for British Columbia. Finally, and I know it's been a long presentation, I must say that it has been a busy and productive year for the board, and it has really gone very fast. I have thoroughly enjoyed my time as president, and I want to thank all of you for this honor. It has been a pleasure to have served on the board for these past 7 years. I could say it was certainly a different year for all of us, and being unable to meet in person as a board was frustrating. However, it is still a great experience that I will never forget. I thank the members of the board for their hard work and their unwavering support to the association and its strategic objectives. I also thank our staff, and particularly Jennifer Goodine, for the exceptional work and support that she provides all of us in this association. While we provide overall direction and guidance, it is the work of Jennifer and her team that carry out all the day-to-day operations and make us all look very good. I would also like to acknowledge Jeff Renaud, past president, who will be retiring from the board, We will miss your wisdom and camaraderie around the table and your friendship. I want to wish the new board and the incoming president, Jack Bezuquin, all the best as they continue to make our organization even better. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a great association, and I want to thank you for letting me be part of it. Thank you very much.